different ball game because obviously, Cuomo got, beaten badly in the primary by Mamdani. So he gets another, crack at the apple. So you would think that he's going to come in hopefully feistier against him. But Mamdani was a pretty decent debater. And I think someone was telling me, I think earlier today, that he was like president of his debate club or was a member of the debate club. He certainly knows how to talk in circles, right, Nick?
Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me, but, I think he has a lot of weaknesses. And
I do too.
They need to be exposed. They need to be exposed.
And you know what? I think your line about, reciting like the anthem, saying the first line, would you put your hand on your heart and,
Yeah.
I actually think that that's a powerful, because I do think there are a number of things that once pressed, like you said, and I also feel like he has never been pressed. I have not seen an interview yet with Mamdani. He only does it sort of with selective media that I think he thinks he's going to get an easy ride, and he does. But he hasn't really been pushed in the corner. Excuse me, yes or no? Will you condemn this? Yes or no? Will you promise not to do, you really got to put this guy in a box. Otherwise, he will really talk in circles and just try to kill time and just say something that doesn't mean anything. And at the end of the day, he'll kill the 2 minutes, So it'll be interesting to see if he goes on the attack like he sort of did in the primary, or if he's going to sort of sit back because now he's the front runner and just, sort of try to not make a mistake. So you have to create a moment where the true Mamdani comes out, right?
Absolutely. And I think this is the only way you're going to get him is in a debate.
Yeah, I agree. I think the debate is going to be key. Sometimes in races, the debates are not as pivotal. In this one, the debate could be everything. I 100% agree. Nick, really interesting point. Great points. Let's go to Reggie in Texas. Reggie, line 4, your thoughts tonight.
Hey, Ms. Reed, a couple of quick things. First thing is, you've got to remember the people that are supporting this clown, they already believe that. I with all due respect, I don't think the fact that whether he can recite the Pledge of Allegiance or not is going to have jack to do with it. They'll still vote for him. For God's sake, they voted for Biden. Don't you remember him saying, well, I never thought America was that special anyway. What's so special about being an American? These people don't have a patriotic bone in their body. Second thing.
So how do you get him off his game, Reg? Then what do you do?
I think you get him off his game. Unfortunately, he's got the support, Ms. Reed, and we all have to come to the dark conclusion that the 49% of the people that are voting for him are the 49% of the people that believe in what he's doing. Anyone that would consider voting for him, they're not going to switch to vote for a more normal candidate, because it's like asking someone who's got, I don't want to stereotype, but nose rings and tattoos to all of a sudden say they're going to go for the guy wearing the Van Heusen shirt and the slacks. It's just not going to work. And Reggie, I agree with you. I don't necessarily think you're going to be able to penetrate, the support number. But what I do think you can do is you can rise up if you can somehow, which is why a lot of people are saying that the anti-Mamdani needs to be consolidated, because you can at least maybe try to galvanize the anti-Mamdani, because a lot of people believe he's sort of hit like a peak, like where he is, that's sort of where he's capped off. Like he's not going to necessarily go much more. So if you can kind of rise up to it, numbers wise, a lot of people think that may be the only way to beat, because I agree with you. I think some of his vote is strong, it's stalwart. They agree with him, sadly, like you said, and they're not necessarily going to look at any other candidate, because no other candidate is as crazy as he is. So if you can get enough of the other in the race, that's where the key is going to be, which means knocking on doors, galvanizing, and maybe consolidating that anti-Mamdani vote. And that's why those debates could be really, really key to see sort of what coalesces maybe after the first debate. Because there still is time. It's still going to be, after that, it'll still be, 2.5 weeks before the election, and that is a lifetime in politics still. Reggie, thank you very much. 1-800-848-9222. We'll continue your calls, everybody, after the break.
It's the Rita Cosby Show. know, I thought my dogs, Mimi and Pee-wee 2.0, were just getting old, losing that spark. But a few weeks ago, after adding rough greens to their food, I saw a marked difference. They got their energy back. Their coast